Hi everyone, I'm back. It's been a very, very busy week, so I do apologize for not streaming at all this week. Plus, the snow just made things worse because it just made me get home much later than usual, and I had to leave earlier than usual to get to work, and it's just been a stressful week. I'm still loving my job. I'm still very happy there. I still really like the people I'm working with, and it's getting more and more exciting actually. The stuff I get to work on, even on like a very simple capacity. It's I'm so happy. But I do apologize that I've been sort of neglecting my Twitch channel a little bit, and it's just that I don't have as much time. Uh, I went from having no job to a part time job that was barely even like half the like a full time job, and to a full time job. So it's an adjustment, and as you can see, like I'm still in my makeup from work from since 7 a.m. this morning. I look tired. I am just it's been a long week. I'm exhausted, but I'm very happy. And yeah, I thought I'd stream a little bit tonight. Say hi and make sure my channel doesn't die completely. And I do apologize. There's background noise because I've got the I'm running the laundry because I don't have time to do anything. Yeah, I am. It's ironic because my last job where I was working as a cleaner part time, um, I'm now thinking maybe I should hire a cleaner now because I just don't have the time to clean my apartment anymore. Um, I don't. I barely have time to do laundry. I barely have time to cook. Um, I'd love to go to the gym, but I don't know. How do people do it? I forgot. Like, I used to work longer days when I lived in Japan, and somehow I still managed, though part of it was because I wasn't alone. Living alone and having a full time job is hard. So, yeah, so that's my news, really. I, um, I don't know. I feel like I'm finally finding my way. Like I figured out what my priorities are. I used to think it was meeting someone, falling in love, and then having that fairy tale happy ending. And I still want that. But I'm also beginning to learn to just, I don't know, invest in myself and love myself. Not in the sense of like, oh, I love myself. I don't know what that even means, but like genuinely caring for myself and doing things that are good for me and doing things that will benefit me and that will make me happy and that will help me grow, like this job. And yes, I do want to meet someone, but I'm not in a hurry. I mean, in the meantime, I want to meet lots of people. I'm still figuring it out. My life has only just begun. Though I will say, This morning I had when I was in the shower, I felt a painful lump under my arm, and that scared the shit out of me because I'm getting to an age where, you know, serious health problems can begin, you know, cancer being one of them. And my father died of cancer, and the idea of dying when I feel like I've only just started living is terrifying. So I had a rough morning. But the good news is, I don't think it's a tumor. I think it's actually just a pimple. You know, that was just under the surface. If it is something more than that, I will get it checked out. I was talking with my coworkers and my manager today, you know, because they were like, "Oh, how you doing?" And I was like struggling to hide my feelings. And my manager, and I said, you know, I'll go see my doctor. And she was like, "Oh, you're going to see your regular doctor or your gyno?" And I was like, my regular doctor. And then I was speaking to another coworker, and she was like, "I have a really good gyno if you want me to like refer you to them." And I was like, I'm okay, thank you. So yeah, suffice it to say that nobody at work knows that I'm trans. No one has figured it out, except, well, one coworker who's been off sick all week. I told him because it came up, and I didn't want to hide it. Like, we were just talking about procedures and stuff, and cosmetic surgery and all that, and fillers and Botox and blah blah blah, because I used to work in the fashion industry. It still does a little bit. And he mentioned that his friend had FFS, facial feminization surgery, to which I kind of went like, "Oh yeah, when I had it done," you know, very casually. And he just kind of didn't ask any questions or anything. So he knows. I hope he doesn't tell anybody. It's not that I'm hiding it. It's just that I'm kind of enjoying just being myself and not having people see me as somebody I'm not. Like, the thing that people don't understand sometimes about being trans is the person you see now is who I've always been. The person people used to see was a symptom, if you will, of just puberty going the wrong way for me. Genetics not quite matching up to who I am. And so it used to be that people saw this person that I wasn't, and I had to play along. And now I get to be the person that I am. And the problem is, once you tell people you're trans, they start looking at you differently. Not always, but, you know, they might start asking questions or thinking of like, "Oh, like, what kind of procedures has she had done?" And like, "I wonder what she used to look like," and so on and so on. And I kind of don't want to deal with that. I just want to be happy in my job, and I want to be happy where I am in my life. And I don't want to mess it up. And also, I am scared that people might be prejudiced, and they may let their prejudices, you know, affect how they see me and what kind of opportunities I get. So forgive me for wanting to enjoy just being me for a little bit. Eventually they'll find out one way or another, and I'm not gonna like actively lie to them about it. I just am not gonna like announce it to the room. Like, I don't hide it. It's very easy for someone to find out that I'm trans. Like, just go on my Instagram, or like just look me up. Like, really. I mean, this channel is public, and I have tags and all that. So anyway, that's my news. Tomorrow morning I have to get up early for D&D, and then I have to go to the hair salon, and I've got like a million things to do this weekend, which is why this is going to be really a super short stream. I do want to play a little bit of Coffee Talk, because I kind of let that game fall to the wayside. I don't know why the announcement on my channel, it says that I'm streaming Black Book. That's my old announcement, and I updated it, but somehow recently it's not been updating. When I launch a stream, it just posts the previous message. So I'm gonna delete that message, and I'm gonna launch Coffee Talk. Also, super exciting, I got the PS5, the remastered, The Last of Us Part 2 remastered. That's on the PS5. I got it with the 10 euro upgrade, because I already owned the PS4 version. So I'm excited to play that. And I haven't been playing Baldur's Gate much recently. I haven't been playing anything. I haven't had time. I started playing Alan Wake Remastered, which was interesting, but it's a little janky for me, and I'm having a hard time with it. Like, I'm really playing it just to play Alan Wake 2, and it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to get through it. But I really want to play The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. I may save it for a little bit. I may play it once I've finished Alan Wake Part 1. I will see, because I really don't have time, and I'm halfway through multiple playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3, 2 of which were with my ex, and haven't really spoken with him in a while, so I don't know if we'll be continuing those playthroughs or not. Like, I don't even know if there's even a possibility of friendship with him at this point. Maybe he just needs time. Yeah, the irony is that I've been speaking with my previous ex more recently, and in fact, I ran into him in the metro yesterday, and we were chatting a little bit today, and I don't want to get back together with him, but I've almost always managed to stay friends with my exes, so I'm hoping this isn't any different, but who knows. Alright, Coffee Talk. Okay, let me switch to gameplay. Shall we do the big gameplay screen? Or just this? I feel like this is sufficient, right? Because it's not exactly like a game with like super fancy graphics. I don't think you have sound now, so let me switch that. Alright, so which one was it? I think Selena was the one that I was playing on the stream. Alright, let's continue. For anyone curious as to what I'm drinking tonight, I'm drinking mead. This is the last of the mead that my ex got me at the Christmas market. I'm kind of sad that I'm finishing it, but I didn't want to open a bottle of something new. And I didn't want anything too strong either. Alright, Neil is back. Alright, Neil wants a job, which just the outfit alone is going to make that difficult. We've learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth. And Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. Alright. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and nonverbal communication here. Okay. Yes, but I can see that your communication skill has improved an awful lot since you arrived. Well, clearly he hasn't been hanging out with Freya. That's not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we have learned. We learned them here. This made us think. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly. Sounds like a good strategy. That is why we asked you to allow us to work here. Because you want to interact with our customers? That is correct. I'm not sure about this. Yeah. I feel like one thing with this new job is I hardly use my coffee machine anymore, because in the morning I do not have time to make myself coffee before I go to work. Like, I get up, I shower, I do my makeup, and I'm out the door. I might have some cereal, but I do not have time for coffee. So, but I have coffee at work. We have like a couple of Nespresso machines. Including one that does like milk-based drinks as well. So I just hit up the Nespresso hard at work once I get there. Yeah. But I think it's kind of nice actually that on weekends I have my own like coffee, like a proper espresso made with like freshly ground coffee beans and steamed milk, and it's all done by hand, well, sort of, and it's so much better than an espresso for sure, but it's kind of nice because it feels like that's more of a weekend thing, because I take my time making it and it just feels like nice and relaxing, just the process of it. So I kind of like it now that there's a much bigger separation between weekdays and weekends, and where weekends really feel rewarding because I've been working all week. And it's not that I don't enjoy my job, like I said, I love it, but it's like getting up really early every day, and like, you know, it's just nice to have a couple of days where I can just chill and just take it easy, you know? We are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today, okay? Well, sorry if I'm a little distracted. I am just tired. Because we're leaving for an event tomorrow. Okay. One condition. You won't be making any drinks. Yeah, I think that's a smart idea because dealing with the customers, yeah. How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not? I think you can tell. Nonverbal signs? Yes. That will be very hard for us, indeed. Don't worry. I'll give you a sign when you should start talking or when you should stop. Thank you. We will need that so much. I like Neil. They're adorable. Do you need a special outfit to do the job? Not really. I'll lend you an apron though to help keep your suit clean and to differentiate you from the customers. You don't really need more differentiation. It'll make you look more legit for the job. That is a very earthly thing to do. It is. Alright then. Are you ready for this? Okay, let's start the night. Ugh. God, she's so annoying. Neil is working here tonight. Freya, you are the bad news. God, she's so annoying. Well, Freya, that's not something that's for me. That's for you. God, I hate her. Oh, the chief found out that she'd been doing her own work during her work time. Can't say I did not see that coming. Can't say that I care. The Harp mentioned our encounter to her. She called me into her office. Things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately. Well, duh. She didn't like it, of course. I'm sorry to hear that. What are you going to do now? Write the goddamn novel, I guess. After that, I hope that it sells well. If not... Yeah, I think the odds of the novel selling well are very slim. And even if they sell well, you still need to have more than one novel to really make it as a writer. And actually, like, earn a living. We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house. Huh? You ought to do that? We will pay for the drink. No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil. That was the best thing to do according to our senses. It was. So what do you want to drink, Miss Freya? Your favorite? Our favorite? Anything. Trust you with the decision. Okay, so coffee, coffee, coffee. Serve it. Here is your drink, specially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop. Well, who else is gonna brew it? Thank you so much for this. I have the draft in a few days, I think. Like, what the fuck? She's like reverse George R. R. Martin, where she writes too fast. Yeah, no. Nothing infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable? Yeah. Oh gosh, Freya is so annoying. Now the other shoe drops. How many words do you write per day? I should be able to write between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day. That's a lot. That's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote. According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much. That is pleasant information to hear. I think it's a draft, not an outline, so you should write the whole thing, pretty much. I think it should be around 15,000 words. That's pretty big for a pitch draft. Well, it's GRA Media, the biggest publisher around. If you count based on the number of words, it seems like you will be able to achieve your target easily. I wish. Writing isn't only about the number of words, Neil. It requires things outside the mere word count. If you only judge writers by their ability to write a large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories. Earthlings seem to have a fascination for things which are hard to understand. That is true. From languages to arts. Write again. But you're not that wrong about writing, you know. Word count is one of the few things you can objectively judge a story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there. Says it's still a valid parameter. Definitely. Cool. That didn't sound at all like you, Neil. I guess you really are learning something on Earth. Alright, who have we got here? Another guest. Oh, Myrtle is here. making the drinks. Okay, I can't remember what her order was. Let me just see. Because it was like coffee and ginger. No, the coffee, ginger, milk. Okay. Or is it a different drink? That's like coffee, ginger, ginger. Let's try ginger latte. Because honestly, I don't know anymore. Order's ready. Did you record my order? Oh, she's not happy. I'm sorry, Miss Myrtle. It was my mistake. Please don't blame Neil for this. Huh. Whatever. Okay, well, she's not happy. What brings you here today, Miss Myrtle? Huh, that's my washing machine done. It also means that I will end the stream soon so I can hang my laundry and then get ready for bed. I hate the squishy sound she makes when she comes in, like the... It's gross. I'm so tired, guys. I'm sorry. I keep switching off and not chatting. I think the music in this game is really kind of making me very relaxed. Coachella. I love how the fake names in this are not at all like subtle. Coachella instead of Coachella. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that sounds horrible. is so annoying. Well, there goes the mead. I'm sad it's finished. Connecting my camera. I like that she picks up on the grammatical errors just by listening to her. Freya, just leave them alone. It's a good project. I'll tell you under friendly hey. Part of a special team. So actually, one thing I found out is that in Belgium, you are not allowed. You don't. Basically, you get your paid holidays based on your previous year's work. So if you didn't work for more than 3 months in your previous year, you do not get any paid holidays, which sucks. So that's something I found out. That this year I'm not getting any paid holidays. Except for like actual like public holidays. But other than that, No paid holidays for me for a whole year, which is gonna suck. Not gonna lie. But I'm gonna make it through, and then next year's gonna be awesome. And I just need to make sure I don't use up all my paid holidays in one go next year. All right, Freya, you do your writing. All right, the Evening Whispers is with the People for Stricter Gun Laws. Okay. The Evening Whispers can't even spell the name of their own paper. New Healthier Fury sedative might be available sooner. Action video game Rising Hell blamed for violence in school. Okay. All right. And this is where I'm gonna leave you all, because I have to hang my laundry, and then I'm probably gonna take a bath and then go to bed, because I am exhausted. And also, people have been sick at work, and I cannot afford to get sick. So I'm signing off early tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to stream again this weekend. I hope I will, but I probably won't, because I have a completely full weekend. The only way I'll be able to stream is if things get canceled, which I hope they don't. Other than that, I'm hoping next week, during the week, I get to stream a little bit in the evenings. I am going to try. This last week was particularly busy, but next week hopefully will be a bit quieter. And so I can stream a little bit more and stay in touch with you guys. Thanks for hanging out. That's all I've got. Have a great weekend. Bye.